Hey, Aaron, it's good to see you again, and good to see you too. Aaron, I want to jump on with you first. I love the direction that this season has gone in. I've seen three of the episodes, and I wanted to know what was your intention of kind of creating a divide and building the world even further with this season?
Yeah, I think this season we're getting a more of a view into the atheist side of the conflict. Last year we saw a lot of things through the view of the victors, the Mithraic, and now after the Mithraic, in a lot of ways, have been sidelined on this planet. And they went from really being in a position where they were going to take the whole thing to now they're been reduced to almost one man, Marcus. And so, here we have this atheistic colony being built, which is ironically being run by this very godlike computer, the supercomputer. It's a quantum 6 organic computer that was actually grown on Earth and supposedly is supposed to be incorruptible. And it can only make decisions that are best for everyone. And that's all it can do. And you would think that that would be enough, but even with that on their side, there's still quite a lot of issues to be had in terms of how you're going to take care of all of these people.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I want to, with both you, Kim and Selina, I want to ask about how you guys got involved. This is such a beautiful world to jump into. Let's start with you, Selina.
Thank you. I got involved through my agent. The casting came through and applied and was astounded to have gotten it. It's my first major screen credit, so I was whisked off into a world that I had no idea about, like South Africa, sci-fi. It was one of the wildest rides of my life, but it was incredible, and I've loved every second of it. And I feel blessed and honored to be a part of it.
That's really cool. Kim, what about you?
The sci-fi world is a very welcoming world, because it has nothing really defines somebody that lives in that world. I'm South African, so the show was shot in South Africa. So I was really, lucky to be part of it. I mean, South Africa just lends itself to this almost alien-like landscape, especially with Raised by Wolves. It's very landscape driven, almost the characters almost seem really small compared to the landscape. And South Africa does have that. We've got mountains, oceans, really, really blue skies. So I think also very lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a vast. I mean, you're telling these amazing stories. Now, Aaron, jumping back with you. What I've liked about, like you said, it's going into the atheist side. Is it kind of difficult to kind of go after these subject matters, which we're kind of in a weird time right now, anyways? Is that a little tricky to do?
It is tricky, but I think part of the great aspect of science fiction is that you're able to kind of take us out of this world and kind of put things in a more neutral context. I think that allows you to explore these things without tripping so much on our earth prejudices and ideas, or whatever the story of the day is here, whatever is occupying our minds. And still, I know these are very touchy, explosive topics in a lot of ways. But I think when you approach them in that kind of more neutral sense, which is, less about how we're positioned in this day and age, and more just kind of thinking of them more in a puritanical sense, just as they are what they are, and these people believe and these people don't, and let's try and explore, how that works out for, each side, and really these ideas of, it's all about faith. I think when you look at it through that lens, it's really, it's broader than any specific religion or any one particular idea. It's a little bit more just, do you believe in technology, the things that we make, or do you believe that there is some other creator who is making everything, and where do we find our purpose as a human race? I think that this questioning that's even going on here, I think, which is the one thing I do like to kind of parallel, is this idea of where do you find purpose? What will band us together? Why are we here? Why are we doing this? Beyond surviving, beyond making more humans, what is our purpose? And and I think that's a question that everyone is asking themselves, on some level. And I think, when you come at it from that direction, I think these things become less, potentially infuriating or insulting, or, whatever the case might be. I think when you kind of flatten it all out and you start from the beginning, it's a little bit, they become a little bit more easy to use without, setting the world on fire, people getting upset about what they might believe and, bringing that into it. I think you try and come to it with from a neutral starting point.
Great answer. And we got to wrap. Thank you guys. It was a pleasure talking to all of you guys. I can't wait till season 3.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
I have to keep my children safe.
This side of the planet seems less intent on killing our children.
Father once said to me, if you pretend to be something long enough, eventually you'll no longer need to pretend.
I fear we're becoming too human to be the parents that our children deserve.
We have to think of the future now.
Something wicked this way comes. What's done cannot be.
You need to form your own ideas. When the trust passes the baton, you'll be the one to take it.
I'm gonna convert them all, one at a time if I have to.
I miss being able to believe that there's someone out there listening. Someone with the power to make things all better.
When are we going to tell them what we discovered?
I have to keep my children safe.
I am the prophet. Nothing can stand against me. To be worthy of souls loved children, you only need faith. And that is one thing that this robot can never take away from us.
Love is the death of us all.
What fun we're going to have today.